food service that's pretty much been all my jobs that I've had ever since starting work when I was 16. I'm 25 now, so it's kind of just innately who I am, I suppose. I've always enjoyed cooking. Um, Not that I cook here, but just food's always been an interest of mine. Kind of human connections important to me. Making a meaningful connection with people, getting to understand human nature is fascinating for me.
I'm not much of a morning person, so the nightlife aspect of it is good for me. Also, I like the sort of community that it creates. Every restaurant is basically the same when you get down to it, but if you have good coworkers, it makes everything a million times better. I've made so many friends working in the restaurant industry that are lifelong friends.
My tasks come to work. I prepare my section, make sure I have pictures all set up, silverware set up, my tables, want them clean for my guests, as well as just make sure I'm prepared for any crazy rush that happens. And yeah, I serve tableside, guest retention as well, trying to get the guests to come back because of my service, and then usually a shot of whiskey and go home.
Always seems to be kind of turmoil between the back of house and front of house. And it's a management thing that needs to be assessed, but it just kind of, people get flippant about it and get angry and complain about it, but then it's never resolved. It's just kind of tossed back and forth like a hot potato situation, and it's never completely assessed. So I think there's going to be a meeting later this week, what I overheard. But
Bathroom breaks. It's really funny, informing everyone that you have to go to the bathroom, but it's very necessary, because, if you're gone for even 30 seconds, anything could happen. So, well, okay, you guys, everybody, I have to pee. Or, oh, wait, this might be a long one. Can you watch my section?
Setting a table, my word. Well, first you gotta make sure that the table doesn't wobble, mainly because the house demands that as a rule. But at the same time, it's kind of shitty when water is kind of sloshing all over the table just because of a failed leg. Otherwise, making sure there's not a lot of dust on the table, just because it's an old building and that can happen a lot here. Making sure your silverware is polished and ready. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
there's a lot of naggy customers, self-righteous people, ungrateful people, just poor discourse. That sounds really bad coming from a front of house position, but it's just the honest truth. I don't know. There's good ones in there too, so it's hard for me to say that, but it just comes with human nature, I suppose. You get the good, you get the bad, but
This, probably 50-ish-year-old dude patted me on the ass, and I genuinely thought that in the service industry, we were past the, hey honey kind of waitress treatment. I mean the word waitress in this moment, because I feel like that's the, era of time when that shit was happening. I was dumbfounded. I was kind of just, shocked that it even happened. I didn't really even believe it. And then that immediately transferred into extreme rage. And I went up to the bar and was just, I forget who was bartending. It was, Antonio and maybe Ben. I was just you guys, this fucking dude just slapped me on the ass. I mean, not a full-on slap, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Any amount of butt touching is not okay.
Best experience, huh? Best experience. Tableside?
I wish there was a really awesome moment. I don't know. Just having a good shift always feels good, which is, I don't know. People shouldn't have to say that, but there's those shifts at the end where everything feels like customers got what they wanted. There wasn't too many hiccups. Things went smoothly. Everyone seems happy at the end of the shift. You know, there's some jovial nature amongst everyone, which is always nice. You feel like there's some days that you leave and you just feel like you're beaten up a little bit, like you gave it your all, but something fell short, even though there's nothing more you could really do. So that's not on you. It's just a shitty day, I suppose. But then there's those days where you left and like, that actually felt like things went all right, and people had an enjoyable experience at a restaurant, and no one was too pissy. That's all you can really ask for, I suppose.